Today's episode is brought to you by IWV Legal. If you've been involved in an auto accident or have a pending criminal matter, attorney Abdul O'Day can help you get through it all. Call 760-321-3632. That's 760-321-3632. Call IWV Legal today for your free legal consultation. That's 760-321-3632. We are back. We missed a week, which was extremely painful for us, but Say It Out Loud Sports, we're back. We're healthy. I'm your host, Patrick Graham. I got my guy Bob with me today.
Hello.
What's going on, Bob? Pete's out doing dad things today, but he should be back next week. I do have his picks for the lock segment. He's been on an absolute tear the past 2 weeks. He's 5-1, but
I cannot say the same.
Yeah, we'll get to your situation in a bit. We have father-son pick'ems. We got panic time, playoff eliminator, and we do have a special guest later in the show, so stick around with that for that. First, though, let's get into some Week 4 reactions. We had some pretty interesting games this past weekend. First game I want to talk about is the Cowboys and Panthers. Are you still convinced, Bob, that the Cowboys are not good?
I think they're. I don't think they're as good as everybody is. You're making them out to be. I think they're a good football team, though. They're not. They're above the average team.
Yeah, everybody want to see this game because Panthers were undefeated, which I don't think they're as good as they've been playing.
But did you notice something in the Cowboys game this week?
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs is a monster.
Okay, well, let's talk about the offense. What did they do this week that they didn't do the last 3 weeks?
Who?
The Cowboys. They ran the football.
They've been running the football.
No.
2 weeks.
Zeke Elliott's got 9 carries in 1 week.
Zeke had the best game of his.
He had 20 carries. That's why.
Yeah, he had the best game he has in the past 3 years.
Dak only threw it 22 times. Threw for 180 yards.
Yeah, and 4 touchdowns.
And the Cowboys look great.
Yeah, the defense
if he doesn't go out. Yeah, the defense has to play well, and they have to run the football. They can't throw it 45 times with Dak, and they'll lose every time.
Yeah, if the Cowboys keep playing, and they're not defense, they're giving up yards, but they're getting turnovers.
Their third down defense has been good.
They're creating turnovers, and if they do that with that offense, they're going to be a dangerous team.
He's got 5 picks in 4 weeks.
He has more picks than 25 of the NFL teams.
Yeah.
So Diggs is a monster. The Micah Parsons?
He's been great.
He's been an absolute stud. He's probably Diggs. Parsons is an animal.
Yeah, they're both
of them. But the Panthers, obviously, they don't have Chris McCaffrey. He's been hurt, or he got hurt. So It's tough to say what. DJ Moore looks good. Darnold is sniping touch. He has 5 rushing touchdowns. He's leading the league in rushing touchdowns, I think.
He threw 2.
He has
passing.
5. He had 2. Yeah, 2 passing, 2 rushing. But the game was a bit of a blowout compared to what the final score says.
Yeah, it got away.
We'll see. Cardinals Rams next game. You shocked?
I'm not. I'm really not. I didn't think the Rams have. At some point, they're not going to just play lights out football again, and it happened this week.
Yeah, Stafford looked out of sync a little bit. The Cardinals are for real, though. I'm not really shocked.
Somebody finally could guard Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm shocked at how they won. They dominated that game.
Start to finish.
It was not even remotely close.
No.
Kyler Murray looks like an MVP level player.
He's got to be in the conversation. He's got to be in the conversation.
I'm not shocked because I had the Cardinals winning the NFC West at 11-6. I did not expect them to just come out guns blazing 4-0. They've beat good teams too. I don't know if the Titans are any good. They just lost to the Jets, but they beat the Rams. They get the 49ers this week, which I'm not too thrilled about, especially coming off that loss that they had against the Niners. But the Cardinals look for real. I have Cliff Kingsbury's got to be coach of the year so far. So we'll see. But I'm sure these two teams obviously will meet again. But
at some point. They got to play one more time, right?
Yeah, they got to play another time in the division.
They got to play in Arizona, too. Arizona went and won at L.A.
Yeah, that's a
big difference.
Yeah, I had the Cardinals +4 in the father-son pick'em, so I'm not completely shocked. But the way that went down was kind of shocking.
The last undefeated team.
Yeah, Ravens Broncos.
That's
not a huge game, but
I think it went how we thought it would.
We had a double lock on the Ravens. Me and Pete both took them. The Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater's out now.
Wonder how long he's going to miss.
I think the wheels are going to come off in Denver.
Drew Lock came in and did not go well for him.
They're already down Jerry Jeudy. They're down KJ Hamler.
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb's out. I think the wheels are going to come off. And this was one of the teams that was 3-0, and I was like, they beat the 0-9.
They were 0-9 against their opponents.
Right. So They get Pittsburgh this week, which Pittsburgh is a whole other story, which we might get into.
Pittsburgh is there. I think the wheels are off and already put in storage.
We'll get to them in week 5, but the Broncos are matching up with Pittsburgh, and I think Pittsburgh, I'm kind of out. I'm almost all the way out the door. This week is a must-win game for them. They have to win. Ben Roethlisberger looks slow, but I don't know what's wrong. But Denver, I think the wheels are coming off. Sorry, LaFron boys. Bucks Patriots. This was pretty shocking.
There's no score. It was so
Bucks
boring.
Scored 1 touchdown.
It was a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they had 1 touchdown.
That's 2 weeks Tom Brady hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
And what was at the end of the game? What is Belichick doing?
With what?
Why did he attempt a 56-yard field goal with a minute left in blistering rain? I mean, granted, he had the distance. He hit the post, he missed it, but even if he makes that, you're leaving Tom Brady a minute to go down and get in field goal range. Granted, the Patriots defense played really well that night.
That's the key. The defense had played great.
Tom Brady has more wins in Foxborough this year than the Patriots do.
I know he does.
They're 0-3 at Foxborough.
Yeah. He needs to find 8 times to beat every single team in the league now.
Mac Jones had 18 straight completions, 19 straight?
19. I was losing my mind. I'm like, this guy can't. And he wasn't checking it down.
Yeah, he
a few.
Yeah, did you know
he hit a few 15-yarders out the sideline. I was like, dang.
There's a couple good throws, but for the most part, I'm still not impressed with Mac Jones. Everybody's like, oh, he's still good. Like, he has the third or fourth lowest passer rating on balls attempted 20 yards. He has a passer rating of 10.
Yeah, he's not throwing it down.
He's not. They're not. Like, Zach Wilson's throwing bombs, and they just beat the Titans. But he's had his rough moments. Obviously, he had the 4 interception game, but
Zach Wilson's fearless, man. He's out there. He doesn't care. I don't think he cares about stats because he just keeps slinging it downfield.
Yeah, him and Trevor Lawrence, even though their stats are not what Mac Jones maybe has as far as efficiency.
Not a completion percentage.
But you can tell the training wheels are off.
That's what I'm saying.
Zach
Wilson's out there trying to throw touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's 3rd and 13. He's not throwing it 5 yards. He's throwing it 15.
Cam Newton still would have been the better choice, in my opinion.
I think so, too. And the Pittsburgh needs to get on the phone.
For New England, I agree. Raiders-Chargers. That game was weird because the Chargers – this is what's annoying.
I said it before, though. Like, I thought the Raiders struggled in all 3 games.
They were behind double digits in every game.
Yeah, but, I mean, they struggled against Miami. They escaped with a win, and that's against a backup quarterback in Miami. They beat a Pittsburgh team who now we see is really not good at all.
I know, it's shocking. They beat Buffalo in week 1.
Right. But I mean, Pittsburgh does not look like a good football team at all.
Right.
And then they beat the Ravens week 1, and that was Lamar Jackson late turnovers. I'm not saying the Raiders aren't a good football team, but they were lucky to be 3-0. And last night I think they ran into a legit football team, and we saw how it worked out.
They did outscore the Chargers second half 14-7. No, what's annoying is, though, the Chargers, Raiders, and Cowboys. These are the 3 most outspoken, probably fan base in football.
3-0. And they're all 3-0 Super Bowl bound.
They're all 3-1, and they're all arguing who's better already. And it's like, it's week 4, chill out. I don't buy the Raiders. I think they're decent. I think they're a good football team. They're a lot better than they've been in the past. I don't think they're like a Super Bowl contender or anything.
No, they're not.
I think the Chargers are, and I think the Cowboys are. I think out of the 3, the Raiders are the worst of the 3.
Who wins the division? I'm saying the Chiefs.
I think the Chargers do.
You think Chargers win the
Chiefs have a tough. We're going to get to the Chiefs. I think they have a tough schedule, and that defense is bad. That defense is real bad.
Yeah.
But Raiders-Chargers, it was entertaining the second half when it got 21-14. Then they hit Henry Ruggs on the deep bomb, and I was like, oh, they're going to go in and tie it up. And then Carlson missed the field goal, and then from there,
Herbert went and got a touchdown.
Herbert looked great in the first half. He didn't look great in the second half. Carr looked terrible in the first half. He looked good in the second half. So it's just they're too inconsistent. And I think the Chargers have a better chance of correcting that. So overall, it's a good week 4.
Fun football.
We'll find out more. It's only 25% of the way done. But let's get into playoff eliminator time. Yes. We didn't get to do one last week. So far, we've eliminated the Jaguars and the Jets. Okay. This week, we're doing 2. So I have Pete's votes. I came up with 4 teams that we could potentially eliminate.
Okay.
The Dolphins are 1. I know you wanted
100%
I know you wanted to eliminate them last week.
We're going to eliminate week 2.
So the Texans, the Dolphins, the Falcons, and the Lions.
I'm eliminating the Dolphins and the Lions.
Okay. Well, the Dolphins are going to stay. Because here's the reasoning. So Pete voted Lions and Falcons. And I'm going to agree with that because we already have 2 AFC teams eliminated, the Jets and the Jaguars. So I'm saying we do the Lions and the Falcons as well.
Okay.
So now we have Lions, Falcons, Jets, and Jaguars are all officially eliminated from playoff contention. They're out. I have a feeling the Texans and Dolphins their time is coming soon, especially the Dolphins. They just lost to the Colts, and I think the Colts are terrible. So Lions, Falcons, Jaguars, Jets, you guys are out.
They're out.
All right.
Ship in for the number 1 pick.
Yeah, those are the 4 top number 1 picks for sure. Panic time. Lions, though, I will say the Lions have been fighting teams down to the end.
They've been playing close games.
Yeah, they kind of fell behind.
Well, the one was a wild comeback against the Niners. They were down $1 million and
kicking
onside kicks.
But they didn't give up. Normally, they would just mail it in.
Right, but, I mean, some of those games are close.
Let's get panic time. 49ers.
No.
I mean, they beat Detroit and Philly to start the season, which, looking back, you're like, okay, we just talked about the Lions. Philly's lost 3 straight. I still think Philly is decent. They gave the Chiefs' offense is bad. We'll see. They need to start winning some games, though. I do like Jalen Hurts.
They played some tough games, though.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, to me, still looks like a legit quarterback.
This week, he needed a performance this week, and he got one.
Yeah, he performed well. But then, so the Niners won the first 2 games on the road. Then they come home. They blow the game to Green Bay. They gave Aaron Rodgers 30 seconds left.
Such a bad decision.
And then they play super prevent defense and let him win. And then they just fall apart in the second half against Seattle, 7-7.
Trey Lance
defense was playing good.
Did not play well.
No, I've been saying this for weeks on end that Trey Lance isn't ready. They keep trying to put him in. Obviously, Garoppolo.
Jimmy G is the legit quarterback in this team.
Yeah, and he didn't play terrible, but he didn't play great in the first half. But he had his team 7-7. Then Lance comes in, the offense, he throws 100 miles an hour.
But he can't complete a ball. It's insane.
We'll see. They're still going back and forth this week. So on a scale of 1 to 10, though, if you're the Niners, you panic. They got the Cardinals this week. So I mean, and then
who's starting?
Today they said Jimmy Garoppolo is questionable.
He'll play.
So if he plays, I think they have a chance to win. They are underdogs, but as a Niner fan, I'm a little panicky. This reminds me of Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. What are they doing? Just stick with Garoppolo.
Don't wait. Just give the guy the job and go.
Yeah. So we'll see. My panic level is probably at 4. To be honest,
I wouldn't back him a Niner fan.
They get a bye in week 6, so it's a perfect time to get healthy. They have some guys that are missing. Chiefs.
Don't panic.
2-2. I'm saying.
So their offense looked good against Philly, and Philly's defense has been pretty good.
Okay, except for Dallas. They got wrecked.
The last 2 weeks,
40 both games.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, but they're not a bad defense. And
I'm saying the Chiefs' defense is terrible. They gave up 30 to Philly.
That's the issue. But that's been the issue the whole time.
Yeah, but now the problem now is the division has got better. The Chargers are a real team.
Yes.
The Raiders usually split with them every year. They always beat them one game.
Right.
I don't think the Broncos are going to be a problem, but we'll see. But their schedule's not easy. They got Buffalo this week.
Tough game.
Huge game. They still have Green Bay on the schedule. They still have to play Dallas. They get the Raiders twice. They get the Chargers again. They get the Bengals, who's 3-1, and their offense can put up points. So, I mean, if you look down, I would look down the stretch, and if the Chargers keep winning and the Raiders keep winning games, the Chiefs could legitimately be 3rd place in this division, especially if they lose to Green Bay and Dallas. That's 4 losses already.
Right.
And then they split with the Raiders, so this team could lose 7. They can go 10-7 and be in trouble.
I think then we have them 11-6.
Yeah. So I mean,
we're not off.
It could be a long season.
Talking about the Bengals, it's a 3-1 Bengals, the most surprising 3-1 team.
Them are the Panthers.
Panthers? I had the Bengals.
I had the Bengals 8-9, I think.
They're going to surpass that.
But they're looking like
their schedule. They still got the Lions, the Jets. They're not. Yeah. They're going to be. Broncos.
The Chiefs could be in trouble. I still blame Jackson Mahomes. I will root against him every week because of his TikToks. Can't stand it. And then the last team I want to bring up is the Titans. I mentioned earlier they lost to the Jets this week. I don't care if you don't have A.J. Brown and Julio Jones.
It was done.
They could
not throw the ball.
They were winning 17-10, and they're giving up bombs to a rookie quarterback. But their defense is questionable as well. They just gave up
30.
Yeah, to the Jets.
Yeah, it's wild.
What are you doing?
The Corey Davis pass from Zach Wilson was wild.
Yeah, double coverage the ball.
Dude, he pushed him downfield. Zach Wilson aimed him downfield, and then let it rip.
All right, so the Titans, they just lost. What's the panic level on this team? This was a team that was supposed to be
get healthier.
Crazy thing is they're in the worst division of football. They're going to win the division.
So don't
the
panic.
Colts, the Jaguars,
get healthy. That's it.
And the Texans are all in the division.
Just get healthy.
They're lucky they're in that conference, or that division.
How many yards did Derrick Henry up having? Like 150?
Yeah,
that's wild. They still lost.
Yeah, and they get the Jags this week. The Jags didn't look bad against the Bengals. They blew the game, but
Trevor Lawrence is turning.
Could you imagine
at an extreme rate though?
If the Titans lose to the Jets and then the Jaguars?
Oh, it's over. Panic level 10. That's it.
All right, that's it for Panic Time. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Had a long day? Need a drink to unwind but not sure what to get? Head over to the Beer Cave, where they have options galore on craft beer, imports, hard seltzers, and many more. The Beer Cave is located at 841 North Downs here in Ridgecrest, right next to Bernardino Restaurant. Go there and walk into their huge beer cave, cool off, and grab a cold one. All right, week 5.
Oh, let's look at that score, baby.
Yeah, we're going to get to some baseball in a little bit. Boston's up. Obviously, by the time this airs, this game will be over, which we'll get to some predictions in a bit. But week 5, some big games this week. You got Bills-Chiefs, monster game. Bills are 3-1. Chiefs are 2-2. They could have a losing record after this week. Chiefs are favored by 3. It's in Kansas City. Who you liking? Like this total is 57.5.
See, I'm there.
It's an insane total. I could see it being 60, 70 points. The Bills have 2 shutouts, although they've played, Houston and
shutouts are tough. I don't care who you
play.
play.
They have 2 in the past 3 weeks.
One is 40-0, one's 30-0.
35-0 and 40. They've outscored them 118-21 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
defense is lights out right now.
Even against Pittsburgh, they played decent. Their offense didn't get going. But
Josh Allen was a problem against Pittsburgh. He played like he was boo-boo.
Yeah. So you got the Bills, Chiefs, Browns, Chargers. I think that's a big game. Cleveland inch by Baker has not looked good.
And they're 3-1 because they can run the football.
And their defense is pretty good.
If Baker turns it on, though, the Browns are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I have them going to the Super Bowl. I had them preseason go to the Super Bowl. I'm not wavering from that. I think that run game gets it done. The defense is going to get better.
Baker will wake up.
Baker has to get better. He can't really play worse.
No. But that's not. I don't think he can lose his job either. So.
No, he's not in danger of that. But Browns, Chargers is a big game. Packers, Bengals.
This is the team. I'm talking. These 3-1 Bengals are sneaky good, dude. Joe Burrow's out here just slinging it around, 400 yards a week. Nobody saying nothing.
And T. Higgins has been out for a week and a half or 2 weeks.
Jamar
Chase went from not being able to catch a ball to just catch everything.
I don't think he has a single drop all season.
It's pretty impressive what they're doing. Rams, Seahawks. That's going to be that's an interesting game Thursday night. Finally, we get a good Thursday night game. The last couple, we had the Panthers and the Jets, and then last week we had Jaguars, Bengals.
Yeah.
So Rams, Seahawks should be a decent game. Then you got 49ers, Cardinals, big game. Last undefeated team remaining. Big task for the 49ers.
Yeah. I think that the Rams coming off a loss, going into Seattle.
Yeah.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
Be ready.
So a lot of good games this week. Let's get to locks of the week, though. I know this is a trouble area for you. Actually, It's been a trouble area for most of us. Pete's been
this is a brutal week for me. I couldn't catch a break anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, every game I was leading most of the game, covering the whole way, and then just 2 minutes to play, the wheels fall off of every defense I had rooted for.
Yeah, that Falcons
Falcons
football team game was rough because a field goal you would have been at least pushing.
I pushed with a field goal. I'm like, okay, I can't lose here. Now let's just give up a 30-yard touchdown run to J.D. McKissick.
Yeah, and then that throw Heineke made on 1st and 10, like flung it up in the air.
Oh, my God.
The jump ball.
Yeah.
To McLaurin, he caught it. But, yeah, so we're 16-15 as a group. A little bit slower of a start. We are in the, above 50%, which still we need to get a couple more games.
We got to get into 60s.
3-5 last week, not great. Double locks are 2-2. My lock of the year is 1-0, and I do have another one.
You got one this week?
I got one this week.
That's weird.
That's it. Why is that weird?
There's some tough games.
I have a lock of the year this year. Standings for us individually.
I knew it is.
Me and Pete are both 7-5. Bob, you're 4-8. You need a big couple weeks to get back.
0-3 week this week killed me.
Yeah, that's rough. Me and Pete go 2-1. Pete's 5-1 in those last 2 weeks, so he's on fire. So I'll give you his since he's not here. He's going Packers -3 at the Bengals. It's a tough game.
Yeah,
I think the Bengals are pretty dangerous. I do think the Packers are. Since that week 1 blowout against the Saints.
It happens to Packers every year.
They have a game where they just get wrecked.
It's always to start the season.
Yeah, it's in the first couple weeks. So he's got Packers. and he's been on fire with the totals. He's going Patriots-Texans over 40.5. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to trust him. He's hot. And then the Giants-Cowboys over 50.5. So you got Giants-Cowboys, Patriots-Texans over, and then Packers -3. Go ahead. What do you got?
My first one is the Steelers -1.
You think they bounce back here? Huh?
Against this bad Broncos team, yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm taking Vikings -7.5 against the Lions.
Okay.
And Eagles +3.5 against the Panthers.
Do you think the Vikings? Obviously, Dalvin Cook's been hurt. They're 1-3.
Yeah.
I
don't think they're a bad football team.
They played bad. Like the Cleveland game was brutal.
Yeah.
They just couldn't move the ball at all. Dalvin Cook went out in the first quarter. He just wasn't himself. Hopefully he bounces back. But then the first 2 weeks, they blew both those games by a field goal.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening. Eagles +3.5. This is a pretty much must-win game for them if they want to stay relevant in the NFC right now.
Yeah, they got to win. They got to score, too. They can't go. They scored in the first quarter and then didn't score again in that game.
Yeah.
So they got to put some points on the board.
I'm in agreement. We have a double lock. Pittsburgh -1. This is more of a fade Denver.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing here.
And it's a must-win game for Pittsburgh. They have to win the game.
You cannot, and it's at home.
Yeah. So I don't trust Drew Lock. I think Denver's overrated. I think Pittsburgh's, even though I can't say they're underrated because they haven't shown any sense of life since week 1.
No, but it's tough to say they're overrated.
Yeah. But I'm going Pittsburgh -1. I'm going Philadelphia and Carolina over 45.5.
Yeah, it's over. It's going to sail. The Eagles have been putting points up.
Yeah, Panthers have as well. So I think that game's going to sail over that number. And then my lock of the year is tomorrow night.
-7. No?
Thursday night football. Rams -1.5 at Seattle. I still do not buy. I know the history against Seattle is I hate Seattle. I'm not buying this team.
You like the Rams coming off the loss, bouncing back?
Rams coming off the loss, bouncing back. Short week. They want to get that taste out of their mouth. Seattle's defense, they looked good against San Francisco, somewhat.
Yeah.
They had a couple blown coverages. I think Stafford's going to bounce back, at least win by, I'm going to say at least a touchdown. My second lock of the year, Rams -1.5. So
Thursday night football.
So get your bet in on that game. So like I said, we have 8 picks this week. Steelers -1 is the double lock. Rams -1.5 is the lock of the year. And then we got Vikings, Eagles, Packers, Patriots, Texans over, Giants, Cowboys over, Philly, Carolina over. So get your picks in.
Yes, sir. Does that do it for football?
All right, let's get into it. Father-son pick'em. Riot's back. I posted our picks last week on our Instagram account. You went 2-3. I went 4-1. I'm 9-1 in the past 2 weeks, dude. You got to pick up the slack. All right?
Okay.
You ready to pick?
Yeah.
All right, first game. Green Bay is -3 against Cincinnati. So Green Bay or Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Oh, he's going the Bengals. All right, there's our first discrepancy. I'm taking the Packers. Riot's got the Bengals. All right, next game is the New Orleans Saints at the Washington football team, and the Saints are -1.5. So New Orleans or Washington?
Washington.
Washington. We are both on the football team. All right, game number 3. New England Patriots -9.5 at Houston.
Houston.
You're going Houston? Okay, me and you both on Houston. Game 4 is the Cleveland at Los Angeles -1.5. So Cleveland or Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Oh, we're both on the Chargers. All right, last game. This could potentially be game of the week. Buffalo Bills at Kansas City Chiefs -3.
Buffalo.
You're going Buffalo. Okay, so we're the same on every game. We got Buffalo, the Chargers, Houston, Washington, and you got the Bengals. I'm taking the Packers, and that spread is 3. All right, so you can make up a game this week. I mean, you got some work to do, but you did beat me last year. Do you think you can come back from this deficit you currently face?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
That is not very... Dude, the people listening to us are rooting for you. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They want me to lose, not you. You think? Who do you think they're rooting for, me or you?
I don't know you.
Why would they root for me? They want the 7-year-old to beat me. All right, man. Well, hopefully, I can't say I'm rooting for you because I'm up against you and I had to give you a double sleepover and a double pizza party last year.
And it turned into a sleeper.
Don't try to downplay what happened. You got a double sleepover and a double pizza party, didn't you?
No, I just got a sleepover.
Just one?
Yeah.
Lies.
No.
All right. Okay. What? That's you only got one?
Yeah.
So you're telling me I owe you one?
Kind of.
It's not kind. It's yes or no.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, we can make that happen, dude. All right, buddy. All right. You'll be back next week. Hopefully, you get the Bengals win. Maybe. All right. You're good to go.
Okay. Bye.
All right, so that's it. Father-son pick'ems in the books. Quick fantasy note for all the Say It Out Loud Sports Fantasy League listeners. I won the Week 4 contest, so I won a Saints future ticket. Whoop-de-doo, right?
Not bad.
I'm not big on the Saints. Week 5 contest is going to be beat down of the week, though. The winner gets an Arizona Cardinals ticket, 60-1 future odds.
Go.
14-1 is what they are now.
4-0.
So, I mean, 60-1.
Only undefeated team left?
Yeah, because the Raiders lost last night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, $1,525 if the Cardinals win the Super Bowl. So, with that being said, I want to welcome in our special guest for the week, Frank. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
He's here representing Ridg Gaming. Big local event coming up. We'll get to that, but I'm going to hand it over to you. You can kind of talk about Ridg Gaming, what you guys are doing in the community. This is for, if people outside of Ridgecrest want to donate, you can DM me or follow him on Ridg Gaming on Instagram. But go ahead and, let's get into it.
How's it going? I'm Frank Ortiz. I am the CEO of Ridg Gaming. There's two other owners, I guess, Anthony Sween and Dave Moulter. They couldn't make it today. Anthony was supposed to be here. I was hoping he'd be here. So
yeah, things come up.
Things do come up. He's more of a sports guy. I used to be, but
right, yeah, with all the things going on in the
leagues and family and DJing and trying to get Ridg Gaming going too. So.
Well, let's get into that. I mean, you guys have been you started this how long ago?
So Ridg Gaming, the idea started probably about a year ago. So we were talking about trying to start something in the community around not just like esports gaming, but actually all types of gaming,
right.
Whether it be baseball, football, basketball, e-gaming as well. But it's more of a way to get parents and children involved together, more of a family oriented thing. We don't curse, we don't rage quit, we don't do those kinds of things when we play. Try to change the stigma of online gaming.
Yeah, the Twitch. There's a lot of the popular Twitch streamers are explicit or whatever you want to call
it. A little aggressive sometimes.
I've seen some. My kids watch them, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that you got to turn that one off.
Yeah,
Ninja loses it all the time.
Right.
I mean, I know that's what gets views. I know that's what gets people to see, but we want to try to change the culture,
right,
in that aspect. And I want to be able to involve my kids in that kind of stuff too. So,
right.
I got 4 of them, so it'd be nice to get them involved.
Right. So I know you partner up. I know you've done things with the hospital, and the one you're currently doing is with FCA Ridgecrest, right?
Yeah. Well, the first one was in the hospital. It was a RAA, Ridgecrest Autism Awareness. Yeah, right. That was the first one out of the gate. We designed a logo with their logo and ours. I'm wearing the hat. I mean, obviously you can't see. So
yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So that was our first partnership. We donated 80% of proceeds. We were able to raise $500 for them. So
okay,
that works.
Yeah. So this next one's FCA. We officially launched this week the actual merch that we're going to be selling with them. It's a logo. So we'll probably present that tonight at our live stream. So nice. we try to go live at 9, but we always have technical difficulties when it comes to video. So, but we're getting better. We just got
it's practice and.
Well, we just got a new streaming PC too, so that's kind of because we're going off my laptop, and we had to have powered hubs and all kinds of stuff just to try to get everything going. So all the connections and whatnot, you have to plug and play. At least with the streaming desktop, things are becoming more streamlined. So, so back to FCA, we decided to partner with them on this next launch, and we will be doing a cornhole tournament on October 15th. If you go to ridgaming.com, that's the best way to kind of get all the information, and it'll lead you to all our socials. I mean, if you just look up Ridg Gaming on any social, we're pretty much on all of them. It's RIDG gaming.com. There's no E at the end. and I'll explain that here in a sec. So it's $25 pre. You can pay us Venmo and Cash App, and all that information, like I said, is on our website. Day of is $30, and we are going to max it out at 40 teams because we don't want to be there all night. So,
Right.
So yeah, and again, 80% will go to FCA. We'll take whatever's left over. So
Yeah, invest it back into the business.
yeah, we are going to be raffling off some custom-made cornhole boards that we made.
Yeah, I saw those. I reposted them. They're fire.
Yeah.
They got the lights in the hole, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got
they
the
look
lights on.
legit.
Ring.
Yeah, and then a tattoo shop. I'm so bad because we just got them. They're donating 2 $100 tattoos. So
Nice Cats?
Huh?
Nice Cats?
I don't. I'm
Not sure.
It's pretty bad that I don't know.
Oh, all good. Shout out
Swin-
Tattoo Shop.
Yeah, no, but Sween's the one that put that together. It's one of his buddy. It's pretty bad that I'm not remembering what it is.
It's all good.
But when you guys start talking, I'll text Sween and ask him. So
Yeah, but yeah, so the cornhole tournament looks pretty legit. Solid turnout so far. You got a lot. How many teams we got so far?
8 right now.
8.
So
Okay, so we'll keep pushing.
we
it.
know 5 are gonna FCA sponsoring 5, so
Okay.
that's another 5 teams. I know I'm DJing a wedding on that Saturday, and I know a lot of people are coming in from out of town for that,
Right.
and they'll be here Friday, and supposedly they're going to be signing up because I gave them all the information, and they said, yeah, we're going to come out. So I think there's going to be a lot of day of as well.
Okay.
So
So solid turnout, hopefully.
I think
got,
it will. First price is $500.
I'm winning that.
Ooh, that's
I
coming
already
home with
signed
me,
up a
dude.
team.
That's
Yeah.
coming home
Even
with
though
me.
we did sponsor the event, I'm going to try to recoup some of those funds.
You should.
Maybe I'll donate it all back into the FCA.
Yes.
But yeah, it's cool to see you guys doing the local community thing, and we have a lot of local listeners, but we have some national too. Maybe they'll reach out and donate some money too, would be cool. But yeah, check these guys out, Ridg Gaming. If you're local, it's at Pita Fresh
Pita Fresh, yep.
on Friday the 15th at 5:00.
Yep, that's
is
when
it
it starts for open registration for anyone that if the teams aren't filled by then that's when we'll take open. If they're filled, then just come enjoy the show. I'll be DJing. Dave will be on the mic. Sween will be running the media side. I think Sween's mom's going to be doing the actual brackets, and handling any type of raffles. We are pre-selling raffle tickets as well. So if you want to go online, and we, like I said, Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. So just look up Ridg Gaming. The Venmo's at DJ Frank Jo though, because Venmo's pretty weird about numbers.
Yeah.
So I couldn't change that. We already had all of us already had a Venmo attached to our number, so they wouldn't let me start another Venmo unless I had another phone. So
Before I forget, the Ridg Gaming, you mentioned there's no E. What's the story behind this?
So, when you're part of a clan on any type of first-person shooter, you're only allowed 4 letters. So when you put the name in the brackets, you're only allowed 4 letters. So which is why we decided to just go with Ridg, RIDG, and let the E off. And there was also some Ridg Gaming with the E's, and we wanted to try to keep all the names anywhere, just try to keep it as uniform as possible.
Gotcha.
So any clan name is 4 letters. So that's kind of the basis of it. So it's hard for people that don't game to understand the whole why don't you put an E at the end? Because we're from Ridgecrest, and I was like, yeah, I know, but this is the reason. So if you were wondering why there's no E, that's the
There you
reason.
go.
There's no E.
Live explanation on the podcast. All right. Well, yeah, any closing words before we let you get out of here? Thanks for coming on. Hopefully there's a big turnout. We get some funds raised for FCA. And I appreciate you coming on and
Just
doing our thing.
Just the main reason we started this is to give back to the community. Born and raised in Ridgecrest. A lot of us know there's not a whole lot of things for us to do unless
for
you're
kids.
Yeah, especially for kids, or families to bring their kids.
Yep.
Like cornhole, you can bring father, son, mom, daughter, mom, son, couples, whatever.
Yeah.
You can go do that. What else have we done? Anyways, so dang it, I lost my train of thought. So we just want to give back. Rich Chris has been really good to me since, everywhere I go, every person I've met, never had no issues. Everyone's always greeted me. I mean, they've kept me alive with DJing,
Right.
And I've just been trying to find a way. How can I give back to Rich Chris itself? And this is kind of a good way. And I think with this and future events, I think we're going to start having good turnouts, and things are really going to start.
Yeah, I think
snowballing.
just keep sticking with it, and you'll keep getting turnouts and partnering with the right people, and raising those funds. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Ridg Gaming, like I said, October 15th, the next event. Go follow them on all the social media platforms and follow what they're doing with the community.
Thank you for having me, by the way.
No problem.
All right, Frank. All right, let's get into some MLB playoffs, some other sports news. We got the playoffs starting. Who you got in the AL wild card?
I'm taking Boston.
You got Boston to take over the Yankees. I'm taking the Yankees.
Oh, man.
I picked it. I think they can get to the World Series. We'll see how that goes. So Rays get the winner of that.
Yep.
Who you got? Rays. So Rays, Red Sox.
Rays lose to the Red Sox. The Rays do it every time. They play great all season.
They just went to the World Series last year.
Okay, what about the other 10 years they made the playoffs and they lose in the first round?
I'm not shocked you're picking the Red Sox.
Let's go.
Astros, White Sox.
White Sox.
Okay, so we're kind of in agreement. I'm taking the Yankees over the Red Sox. I got the Yankees over the Rays, and I'm taking the White Sox over the Astros because I will never in my life pick the Astros.
Nobody's picking the Astros.
The White Sox are top 5 in
They're
pitching.
a good football. A good baseball team.
They're top 5 in pitching. The Astros are they're first in runs scored, batting average, on base percentage. So I'm taking the pitching over they have decent pitching too. But I'm taking the White Sox.
Nobody scores runs in the start of the playoffs. Everybody's too nervous.
Yeah. So I'll take the White Sox there. And then obviously you'll have White Sox versus Red Sox. You're taking the Red Sox.
Absolutely. That's my World Series pick. We're headed in.
All right. So you got the Red Sox in the AL.
Yep.
I got the Yankees in the AL. So
Okay.
one of our teams is going to be out.
One of us is out tonight.
Already. It's already out because this is coming out.
One of us is out.
One of us is done so just bear with us. National League wild card, Dodgers, Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Oh, you're just okay. You
want to know why? You want to know my logic on this?
I know why, because you're eliminated. I eliminated your team, so you got to take my team.
This is why. Because this is one of those times where the stat line will be the Dodgers won 106 games and didn't win the division, which is the first team in history to win that many games and not win the division.
Yeah, I know.
And they're gonna be 106 win wild card team and lose.
Yeah, I'll be sick.
It'll be disgusting.
All right,
Cardinals are also the hottest team I've ever seen in baseball. So they won 19 straight before they lost.
Yeah, something like that. Was it 19?
Yeah,
That's stupid.
I mean, they're the hottest team in the league.
We do have bad backs going, so I'm not too worried. But there's always that one game. I hate playing a 1-game series.
It's
It's a
brutal.
1-game do or die.
One bad inning and it's over
And the Dodgers have a tendency to not score runs,
for 5 innings.
and they could just lose 1-0,
Yeah.
and I would just be devastated. Actually, I wouldn't even care. But I'm going Dodgers. Braves, Brewers. I'm taking the.
Brewers. I'm taking the Brewers.
I think I'm going Braves.
You are?
Yeah. I'm going Braves.
I'm
and
taking
then I'm
Brewers.
taking the Dodgers over the Giants. Who are you taking? Giants or Cardinals?
Giants.
Okay, so you got Giants, Brewers. I got Braves, Dodgers. I got the Dodgers beating the Braves, and the Dodgers be preseason. I do want to say this. Last year I said Dodgers Rays
Preseason.
and Dodgers win, and I nailed that. This year I tried to get cute, and I said the Padres were going to be good. That's laughable.
They didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't even finish over 500.
They
And the
finished
only
under. It was
reason
wild.
why I did that is because I was trying not to be biased against the Dodgers. But they've been favored all year. They're still favored, even though they're in the wild card game. So I'm going Dodgers over Yankees in the World Series. What are you showing me?
Breaking news: the Cowboys just cut Jalen Smith.
Wow.
Why?
Because they don't need him.
Micah Parsons is that good?
Yeah.
This dude's good.
He was. Yeah, he has. That's pretty
Well,
bad.
that's surprising.
All right. So I got Dodgers over the Yankees in the World Series. You got what? Red Sox over the
Giants.
All right. There's our MLB predictions. UFC fight weekend. That's an all right card this weekend. Mackenzie Dern and Marina Rodriguez, the main event. It's going to be a good fight.
Mackenzie Dern.
You got Dern? She's
Yeah.
minus 150. It's more of striking versus wrestling. Usually in women.
Usually wrestlers win these.
I would take the striker if it was Amanda Nunes, but I think I kind of agree. The odds, though, pretty close. I don't know what I'm going to bet. And then the other fight I have to mention, obviously, is our guy. Philip Oz is on the card. He's fighting Deron Wynn. Haas is a big favorite. Last I saw, minus 265. Not going to bet it, but I'm backing him.
Yeah.
Let's go Haas. Do work. And that's it. Quick little comeback episode. We'll be back next week. Pete will be back, hopefully. We'll be back. And then thanks to the sponsors. Thank you guys, the listeners. Obviously, if you live in Ridgecrest, go by Sage Mart. Mention the podcast. You'll get a free t-shirt. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in our comeback episode. We'll be back next week and talk about more baseball playoffs and week 5. We are out.